Welcome, Middle School Math Made Easy, Simple Visual Math. We are going to continue with algebra skills, basic algebra skills, and being able to complete an XY table of values. And then, of course, the next step is to be able to plot the points, the XY values, and that I did in the next video. You will see that I go over, once you're given the X and Y value, table of values, I go over how to plot the points to create the line that represents the equation. So here I have included two strategies, two visuals, I don't know why that's there, two visuals to help you create an XY table. There is a machine, an out machine we call this, or I've also included these lines here to help you. And I will go over how to do this, and you can use whichever method you like. If you would like to see more middle school math topics with visuals, step-by-step guides, please check out the previews, and on the links below you can see the previews. Amazon, Teachers Pay Teachers, follow me on Pinterest, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So here we're going to go over how to complete an XY table of values for this equation, y equals 2x minus 3. I have created in my previous video I went over more simple equations with one operation, and now I'm doing a more challenging equation with two operations. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out what operations this equation is telling us. We always have to use the equation, the operations in the equation, or the operation in the equation, and that is our recipe. We must follow that. So every single line in this row in this table is going to follow the recipe, the operations or operation in the equation. And then when we get to a new equation, then we might have new or different operations. But for this one, we're going to look at the equation. What operations do we see? So we see x is attached to a variable with no plus or minus in between the x and the 2. That means to multiply by 2 times 2. And then it says minus 3. Well, we know that that's subtract 3. So that's what we're going to do. Every single time I'm going to put this operation with operations here in the machine. So what we're going to do is, if you're using the machine, put the operations from the equation in the machine. You have to remember and memorize that the number or variable or two variables next to each other or attached to each other mean to multiply. So here, this is times 2, and I know that's new in algebra. Some students keep forgetting that, so please make sure you review it. So that's times 2 minus 3. And then another thing I've done here is, if this is more helpful for you to do it here, you make a box for the x, and whatever x is, it's going to change, because each row here, x is 3, the next row x is 4, then 5, then 6. Then we're always going to do x, and then we're going to multiply by 2, and then we're going to subtract 3. So I've done that for each row. Box for the x times 2 minus 3. Box for the x times 2 minus 3. Box for the x times 2 minus 3. So you're always going to write those operations, or you can use this machine and put it here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to focus on the first row here and ignore the entire rest of the table. And here, x is 3. So don't look at the 4 or the 5 or the 6. That's where students get confused. Well, what do I do with the 4? Right now, they don't exist. We're just looking at this row here. X is 3. So either we can use the machine. If we use the machine, we're going to write for x, the thing that we put inside the 3. Or you can use this here, and the 3 goes in the box, the x. And now it tells us to do 3 times 2. So we put that in the calculator, or we know how to do that. That is 6, and then 6 minus 3. And that's 3. Now I'm going to show you how you can use the machine to do the same thing. The machine has two operations. Remember, we use the order of operations, do one at a time. So 3 and then times 2 is going to be 6. And then 6 minus 3 is 3. So now we have our first row of table of values. Now we ignore that row, and then we're going to do the next row. And we're going to do the same exact thing we did, times 2 minus 3. The only difference is, here, we're going to use a different x value. So here, we're going to look at the second row to see what is the x value. So we're going to ignore everything else, and we're just looking at this row here. And this says x is 4. So I'm going to put 4 here. Or if I want to use the machine, I put the 4 where it says X. X is the in, and the Y that is the answer, the out. So we're going to do what the machine says. It says 4 times 2, and it's always good to do it step by step and write down what you get. 4 times 2 is 8. And then now I still have to minus 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. So I have, and if I would do it here, I have the same thing. 4 times 2 is 8, and then minus 3 is 5. If this is too confusing, you can do 2 separate machines. You can do the times 2 machine, and we can connect it. Actually, I have seen this before, written as 2 separate machines. We can do that also. So if you're getting confused, we can do it like this. We'll do the times 2 machine, get our answer, put it into the minus 3 machine. What comes out is our Y, and what goes in is our X. So that is another way to do it. Actually, I'm going to use that because I think that's less confusing for students. This is my Y, this is my X. So here I have 4 times 2 is 8. And then we put it in this machine. 8 minus 3 is 5. You can use whichever method is easier. If you want to break it up into 2 machines like I did here, we can do that as well. Okay, now we did the first 2 rows, so we're going to do the next row. So now for the next row, we are going to ignore everything else, and we're just going to focus on this 3rd row here. And what we see here, and what I'm going to do, is I'm going to erase everything from over here. Not the operations, so I'm going to keep the operations, but just erase this and this. I'm going to use this bottom one, but it doesn't matter. This is easier for students who have trouble and need each step written out. So here, I see that X is 5. Again, here, we're focusing on this row. Ignore everything else. Otherwise, it's too much. It's too overwhelming. X here is 5. So I'm going to either use the machine and put the 5 here, or I can do it here. So 5 times 2, I get my answer of 10. And then I need to go to the next machine. 10 minus 3 is 7. So I can do it here too. 5 times 2 is 10. And then 10 minus 3 is 7. And then for my last row, and again, no matter how many rows you're going to be using here, you're going to do the same thing each row, except what changes? The X constantly changes. So here, X is 6. I'm not looking at any other rows. Ignore them. Cover them up with a paper or something. And now we're just looking when X is 6, so I'm going to put 6 in the box. And then, if I want to use the machine, I'm going to erase the numbers, but keep the operations. They're staying the same because it's the same exact equation, so we're using the same recipe. The recipe tells us to multiply by 2 and then subtract 3. So I take my X here. My X is my 6 because we're on this row here. And 6 times 2 is 12. And then I do 12 minus 3 because that's what the equation says to do next in my machine here. And that's 9. And I can also do it this way. 6 times 2 is 12, minus 3 is 9. I get the same answer. So I hope this was helpful for you. And on my next video, I go over how to take this table of values and plot the points to make an equation. Please click on the links below. Amazon, Teachers Pay Teachers. Follow me on Pinterest. You will get more math worksheets with visuals. Give your students the supports they need. This is great to use after the mini lesson, guided practice. You can even use some of them for guided practice. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I have included more links to my other videos. Please make sure to check them out. Thank you.